My name is Tammy Sattler Jones, and I am the City Administrator, and I would like to call to order the License and Variance Board meeting for Wednesday, October 9th, 2019, at 10 o'clock a.m. Board members present: to my left is Roy Acree, the Fire Chief. To his left is Frank Martin, the Public Works Director. Mary Marvin is our Administrative Services Coordinator, and she will be taking the official meeting minutes. First item is a public hearing, variance request V19044, allows second story on existing single-family home with non-conforming front and side setbacks, land lot 449, 0.21 acres, 2805 Fraser Street. Joel T. Powell is the applicant. And can you step to the podium, please? And state your name and tell us about your variance request.
Good morning, and thanks for letting me present this application to you guys this morning. My name is Joel Powell. I live here in Ward 3 on Bank Street. I actually grew up on Fraser Street. It's kind of a funny little small world I live in, but a little fishbowl, I guess. This house was built in 1954. The tax records have it listed as a 1,224 square foot house. It is originally, when it was constructed in 1954, it was approximately 900 square feet with a single car carport, single car driveway that has been extended all the way to the boundary to add for another parking pad. This house sits up on a little hill and has several boundary trees that are going to be a little bit of work to protect during this process. Our plan is to add on to this house approximately 1,200 square feet. We're going to remove the existing, what is the master bedroom and master bathroom, which was the original carport on the structure. We're going to actually remove that so that we can allow for a code compliant, if you will, driveway to access a garage on the rear of the property. The existing house is going to be renovated to the studs. There's going to be a lot of engineering that's involved to make sure that it can support what our plans are for the future expansion. And then we'll have tie in the addition to it with the garage and driveway. These houses that were built in the 50s, a lot of them have this single driveway. They're designed that way. And we have an ordinance now that the driveway has to be 5 feet off the setback, 5 feet off the property boundary to be in compliance. Over the years, these driveways are expanded to accommodate extra vehicles, and they take the driveway all the way to the boundary, sometimes even encroaching on the boundary. What we're going to do is actually take that back, get it into compliance, and then build a single-family home here for a young family that currently lives in Smyrna, and they just want to move a little bit closer to the Market Village. All the houses we build, we try to build for growing families. We don't always sell them to growing families, or we don't always build them for growing families, but that's our goal. It's my personal belief that for us to have a vibrant community, that we have homes that'll accommodate that type of growing family. The homes this home today, it does not meet the needs of a growing family. At 1,224 square feet, it's been renovated at least, I would say 3 times, but I'll go with at least 2 times, and I couldn't find a permit, according to the tax records, for any renovations to this house. They may exist. I don't want to misrepresent, but according to the tax records on Cobb County's website, there are no record of permit. So we'll be taking all this work that was done unpermitted, improving it, getting all up to code. Nothing in this existing house other than wood and concrete are the only things we're going to leave in this house. Everything else is going to come out. So it'll be brought up to today's code throughout, and hopefully be a beautiful asset to our community. The last 2 houses I've done on this street have gone from a tax value, according to Cobb County, from $140,000 to $435,000, and the most recent one I'm going to guess went from 180,000. It hasn't been reassessed because we just finished it, and it appraised for 560,000. So my expectation is this house will be in that $450,000 to $560,000 range on the future tax value, which well, it ends up coming back and affecting the city as well. Ed, any questions?
Any questions? Okay. Well, at this time, we'll have Caitlin Crow give comments from the staff.
All right, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Caitlin Crow, Planner 1 over at Community Development. So this variance is V19-044 to allow a second story on an existing single-family home with existing non-conforming front and side setbacks. The subject property is about 0.21 acres over on Fraser Street. The applicant is proposing to add a 2-story addition as well as renovate the interior of the home. As Mr. Powell mentioned, they will be removing a portion of this home in order to create a new driveway. Section 801 of the zoning ordinance does restrict R15 lots to a front setback of 35 feet and side setbacks of 10 feet, which this home does not currently meet. The subject property was constructed prior to the ordinance adoption and has existing non-conforming setbacks due to this. It's also below the minimum house size and below the minimum lot size of today's regulations. By adding the second story addition, it would bring the home closer to compliance with, by bringing it up to the minimum house size. So just a little bit closer to compliance is what we're looking for. Additionally, a similar variance was approved just down the street in 2018, as well as at our previous meeting here in 2019. It has been properly posted, and there were no site distance issues on the property. There have been no comments or complaints pertaining to this variance at this time. So after reviewing the variance application, staff does support and recommends approval to allow for the second story addition onto the existing single-family home with non-conforming front and side setbacks. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
There's one condition.
That is correct. Sorry, thank you. So the condition is that we will be we will make sure that this is pertaining to the site plan and the elevations that were submitted when they come in for permitting.
Okay. And Mr. Powell, do you accept the one condition as stated?
Yes, absolutely. I did submit floor plans, but sorry.
Go ahead.
I did submit floor plans with it, I believe, for the variance. I don't know if you got them. That I would like to have some flexibility on, but I expect the house to look as it's presented.
Okay.
And I expect it to be no problem with any of the other issues. Yep.
And the floor plans were not part of that condition, so.
Okay, all right. Any questions for the staff?
I just had one, Ms. Crow, and really just for the record, with regard to the total percentage of impervious surface, I see that as proposed, everything included, you're looking at a total impervious surface percentage for the whole project of just under 30%, which is well below the maximum is 35?
35,
right?
correct.
Right, so you're looking at 29.64 total impervious surface area.
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
This is a public hearing. If anyone would like to speak regarding this issue, please step to the podium at this time. For the record, nobody is in here but staff, so I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
I'll make a motion to approve variance request V19044, allow second story on existing single-family home with non-conforming front and side setbacks, land lot 449, 2805 Fraser Street.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly seconded that we approve variance request V19044. All in favor, please vote. All right, motion passes unanimously. Thank you so much. Next item is approval of the September 25th, 2019 License and Variance Board meeting minutes.
I'm going to make a motion to approve with just a couple of small changes for the record. In the meeting minutes for September 25th, 2019 of the License and Variance Board, it was referenced that staff member Joey Stobbs made presentation. I'd like to, for the record, change that name to Rusty Martin. It was, in fact, Mr. Martin here. And the other small change was to add the capital letter R in front of 15 to reference an R15 piece of property. But with those two small changes, I would move to approve the meeting minutes for the License Variance Board meeting of September 25th, 2019.
I second.
Approve the meeting minutes for September 25th, 2019 License and Variance Board. All in favor, please vote. Motion passes unanimously. I'd like to declare this meeting adjourned at 10:11 a.m. Thank you.